6ix9ine snitching out everyone finally caught up to him, and someone got revenge. This could lead to the end of 6ix9ine's rap career. It might be easier to stay out of the spotlight to keep 6ix9ine alive. Also, if you didn't know, we have a giveaway going on that's easy to enter.
A simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's really your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Go for it.
The Nine Trey Bloods have officially decided to speak out, and you won't believe their reaction. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Revenge.
It's just period, You let a like that throw on your way all your people. If y'all don't do nothing, y'all...
More than anything else, there's no doubt in anyone's mind that the Nine Trey Bloods want to get revenge on 6ix9ine for what he did to them. In fact, you could say that this is their driving emotion right now. But as you can probably guess, because of the nature of things right now, getting revenge on 6ix9ine is not going to be easy. After all, he's out of prison now after using the COVID-19 epidemic to his advantage and getting himself out of prison and into a guarded safe house where he's under house arrest. It's not exactly the most ideal situation to get after someone who betrayed you, but rest assured, if the Nine Trey Bloods are able to pull something off and get to him, they're going to be absolutely giddy to wreak their revenge on him, because his snitching ways put them all in a bind, and in their eyes he has to pay the price. The only real question is whether he'll be paying the price sooner or later. As noted, only time will tell, but neither side is safe while the other side is out and about. The Nine Trey Bloods can get to 6ix9ine if they're patient enough. How this all started.
Weeks after 6ix9ine testified against his former associates, Anthony Harv Ellison and Aljamiah Nuke Mack of the Nine Trey Bloods.
Before we dive into what the Nine Trey Bloods should be feeling as a whole with all the things going on right now with 6ix9ine, we really need to break down exactly what has led to the place where we are at this present moment. Needless to say, it's been one heck of a ride for everyone involved, and no one could have seen all the twists and turns that emerged from it all. So where exactly to begin? We'll break down some of the particulars a little bit later, but let's just say that 6ix9ine started off his life in a rather bleak place, and he got it in his head that he needed to be a rapper. He started doing his own thing, but quickly realized, in his view of things of course, that he needed help in order to make it big. But by help, we don't mean that he needed a manager or a guru or even a mentor who was in the industry or who knew how it worked. Not even a person to guide him through making music and achieving better musical talents. No, rather he decided that he needed a group with an influence that wasn't exactly legal but would definitely get the work done. A group that would give him street cred and push his notoriety through the very roof of the industry. Hence he went to the Nine Trey Bloods, a dangerous group from New York that was more than willing to hear him out. After pitching himself and his idea to them, they accepted him. They made him a part of the group, gave him a manager via one of their members, who was ironically in the music industry already via Shawty Jordan, and more. To his credit, his plan worked. The Nine Trey Bloods were able to give him what he wanted in terms of success. Sure, he wasn't at the level of Drake, Cardi B, or others, but he was getting his name out there. He even got to team up with Nicki Minaj for a collaboration that had him getting a #3 song on the charts, his highest ranking song in his career so far. You would think that with all of his success, which was more moderate though, still financially beneficial, as he was worth millions before he was arrested, that he would feel even more indebted to the Nine Trey Bloods and want nothing more than to please them in order to keep their beneficial relationship going, right? Wrong. The struggle between parties.
There's loyalty and everything and no snitching and all of that. I get it, right? But where was the loyalty when you were sleeping with my baby mother?
6ix9ine is not exactly a team player. In fact, he's the kind of guy who looks out for #1, which of course is himself. So he'll use and abuse people who can help him, and then when they're out of usefulness, he'll throw them away. If you don't want to believe me or the Nine Trey Bloods, ask Sarah Molina, his former girlfriend and mother of his child. But that's another story for another time. In regards to the Nine Trey Bloods, even though they were giving him untold success based on what he could have gotten on his own at least, 6ix9ine didn't treat them any differently than he treated others, like trash and expendable. In fact, 6ix9ine started to act like he basically owned the group, that he was the best part of the group, and that everything he did was unquestionable, which if you know the kind of group the Nine Trey Bloods are, that's not something you do or say. You're a part of a group and you are expected to treat the group with respect, but 6ix9ine doesn't do that at all. He doesn't treat anyone with respect like he should. He plays the game in order to make himself look better, and that's all. So time goes on and he continues to get too big for his britches, as they say, and that led to a lot of strife within the Nine Trey Bloods in regards to him, so much so that they even tried to rough him up to get him in line, even going so far as to try and kidnap him. Add to that, they kept taking money from him, which initially was part of the deal between the two, but according to 6ix9ine, got out of hand. And 6ix9ine eventually had enough of that and actually fired his manager Shawty and the rest of his street crew, which made the rest of the Nine Trey Bloods very angry. Things continued to escalate in a way that was very deep and personal, but unbeknownst to all, there was another group watching, and they had plans for all of them that would not be beneficial to most of the group. This group was the FBI. The FBI and the arrest.
Arrested over the weekend, along with his ex-manager Shawty and another ex-crew member that goes by Crippy.
The FBI is known for many things, but when it comes to crime, they prefer to try and take down the groups that pose a major threat to national security. While it may not seem like the Nine Trey Bloods would fit that mold, you need to remember that groups like these have a lot of influence and reach, And while they may not be able to reach all over the country per se, they can have a big influence on an area, and that can spread around until a lot of people are in danger, especially when that area is a place like New York City, where the Bloods are mainly based out of. So they've had their eyes on the Bloods for some time now, but they never really had an opening to go in and get stuff done, until 6ix9ine showed up and started blabbing in music videos and such that he was a member of the Nine Trey Bloods. No doubt the FBI saw a major opportunity with him because it was clear he wasn't really a hardcore member of the group. You could tell that by his demeanor and such. They started getting evidence against 6ix9ine and his street crew, and on November 18th, 2019, he and a great many members of the Nine Trey Bloods were arrested on a litany of charges, 2 of which even had life sentences if they were convicted. The arrest made a lot of waves, and it was clear that 6ix9ine was the main reason for the arrest because of his incessant chatter and such, meaning that he would constantly say he was a member of the Nine Trey Bloods, to the level that no one would believe him at first. But the question would soon become, what would 6ix9ine and the rest of the Nine Trey Bloods do now that they were locked up? Usually the answer would be nothing, they would stay silent. But you all know how this turned out. 6ix9ine the snitch.
That those is all true facts. Y'all don't want to, y'all understand why I snitch. Y'all understand, y'all don't want to understand.
The FBI singled out 6ix9ine because of his arrogance and his nature to propose a plea deal for him. The basics of it were that he would go and rat on every member of the Nine Trey Bloods that they had locked up with him currently, and he would go and give detailed information on everything the Nine Trey Bloods did, had done, and who was a member to the best of his knowledge. To be clear, in groups like the Nine Trey Bloods, silence is the law that you agree to when you come to the group, because if you get arrested, you're not supposed to rat on your group. It took 6ix9ine less than 2 months to break and decide to look out for number 1. He needed to rat out everyone else, and that's exactly what he did. From February 2019 to September 2019, 6ix9ine went onto the stand and ratted out just about everyone that he could. He started with the street crew, who have all been convicted and sentenced at the time of this recording, thanks in large part to his testimony. And then he branched out during his September appearances in order to get even more clout for himself. His snitching was nationwide news, not the least of which was that he was doing what the rap world condemns, because they hate snitches. And yet 6ix9ine was doing it like it was nothing, like it was second nature to him, which in a way it is, because he likes to protect himself alone. He just kept talking, even ratting out people without direct connections to the group like Cardi B. The snitching got so bad that memes and such were made to show 6ix9ine snitching on just about everything that moved, including fictional characters, because he knew their secrets. 6ix9ine had become a joke, a bad one at that. But while he was being made fun of, the Nine Trey Bloods were suffering, and no doubt had a lot of feelings going through their heads and such. Betrayed.
Austin, Texas, I fired everybody in my team. I got no manager, I got no booking agent, no PR, no public. I don't got nobody on my team.
Above all else, the Nine Trey Bloods should feel betrayed by what 6ix9ine did, and for the most obvious of reasons, in that they gave him everything he ever wanted and more, and he repaid that favor by snitching on them to the FBI and getting many members of the group locked up. Even if this was a slightly different circumstance and 6ix9ine wasn't completely out of it, there's no reason he should have done what he did. Sure, he'll get out of jail much quicker because of the plea deal, but all the respect that he had, the image that he fought hard to get, are now gone because he's a snitch. What's more, no one is going to trust him now because of what he did to the Nine Trey Bloods. This betrayal is going beyond the basic group and is spreading throughout the rap world, who is a group that loves loyalty above all else. So that will haunt 6ix9ine throughout the rest of his life, and there's no way that he can escape the fact that he's undoubtedly a snitch. Going back to the betrayal, what he did really is just a slap in the face and shows how much of a parasite he is. He went to them, not the other way around. He asked for their help, and they gave it to him. They could have said no, and they could have said he wasn't a worthy investment. Instead, they ponied up, lived to their end of the deal, kept him safe, kept him happy, or at least he should have seen he was happy, and of course made him rich and famous. He threw that all away without a second thought, and all because he wanted to help himself and himself alone. Betrayal is something you can't get over easily. It's why it's one of the worst things you can do to a person. Angry.
Came home and I'm a legend at the age of 24 years old because I came home and a rat is doing more numbers than you. I would be mad too.
Imagine this. This person comes up to you one day and asks for your help. You're not sure what to make of them, but you decide to help them out because you think it's the right thing to do. What's more, you have a feeling that if you play this right, they'll be able to help you in the end. So you strike up a fair deal and get to work on helping them out. You get them all they ask for and more, and as you hope, you get some help from them in return. Then suddenly and randomly, the person starts bad-mouthing you everywhere, and your reputation takes a serious hit. Even when you explain what really happened, it doesn't sway people's minds. How would that make you feel? That is a loose interpretation of what happened here with 6ix9ine and the Nine Trey Bloods. Granted, it was a bigger scope and slightly different results and such, but the intent is the same. Nine Trey Bloods did everything for 6ix9ine, and he went and betrayed them. So for that reason, they should be angry as all get out, and all of that anger is pointed right at 6ix9ine. If he had just snitched on them in the basic sense and just got the FBI to come after them, that would have been one thing, but instead he not only helped the FBI, he personally put several Nine Trey Blood members behind bars. bars. His testimony sealed their fate, and that's not something you forget. What's more, their entire situation is kind of precarious now because many major members of the Nine Trey Bloods are behind bars. Others are under suspicion, and more arrests could be made in the future. All of which was possible because of 6ix9ine, the kid who begged for their help to make him famous and then ditched them like it was nothing, scared.
Because they don't deserve it. My family, my mother, my family don't deserve that.
Why would a group like the Nine Trey Bloods be scared? Aren't they supposed to be tough? You're thinking of the wrong context here. It's not about being scared of 6ix9ine or what else he could say to the FBI, because he's already done plenty of damage to them. But rather, this is about how the FBI is now fully locked onto the Nine Trey Bloods, to the extent that if they're not careful, they could seriously be wiped off the map, in either a literal sense or a figurative sense via arrests and such. The Nine Trey Bloods were once one of the biggest groups in New York. Part of the reason that 6ix9ine was a big thing for them was that he could help them get into places that they couldn't before. He had his own connections and reach he could exploit thanks to their influence and guiding hand. But now many of their members are gone. 6ix9ine has exposed how much of the operations have gone down, and more members may be locked up soon enough. The FBI has been after the Nine Trey Bloods for some time now, and because of 6ix9ine snitching, they have a better beat on them than ever before. And despite all the crap we can sling on the government for the things that they do, if they get a whiff of something on a group that they're after, they won't waste any opportunity to go and get them. Plus, if you think that they have them dead to rights, they'll go after them with everything that they've got, which is where they are at right now. So given all that, wouldn't you be scared? The freedom of 6ix9ine.
Shout out my lawyer Lance Lazaro. I want to shout out Michael Longier, Jacob Warren.
Technically speaking, the Nine Trey Bloods haven't spoken out about 6ix9ine getting out of prison, but you can pretty much imagine what they would say to the guy if they had the opportunity to get some words out to him. Out of the ironies of his house arrest is that he's actually had to be moved a few times because the location of the safe house was figured out somehow, and thus he was ushered away to a new location. Was it found out by the Nine Trey Bloods? Hard to say. 6ix9ine is trying to live his best high life right now and is doing it in true 6ix9ine fashion by going and making a new track and music video named GOOBA, a song that has already gotten over 100 million views on YouTube alone. Thanks to this, 6ix9ine thinks that he is at his peak, that he is untouchable right now, especially with the fact that he's hiring security guards to protect him from potential threats. But that arrogance has gotten him in trouble in the past, and if he's not careful, it'll haunt him yet again in the very near future. Whether he wants to admit it or not, he knows that the Nine Trey Bloods are watching, that they're waiting for him to make a mistake and reveal himself. The question is, who will win this game of cat and mouse? And there you go, a look into the group that is the Nine Trey Bloods and how their connection with 6ix9ine doomed them to jail and beyond. How do you think the Nine Trey Bloods felt after everything that went on with 6ix9ine? Do you think they'll be able to get their revenge on him sooner or later? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe. I'm King Trending, and I'll see you next time.
A simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's really your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Go for it.